All right, well, welcome you guys. We're so happy to have you all here. This class that we have tonight is on essential oils and intimacy. This was actually requested by several people, so this will be a really fun topic. We have tonight Marie Belanger, who's a silver leader in doTERRA, who's going to be teaching, and I hope you enjoy. And for you guys on the interweb, if you have questions, just put them into the chat box at the end, and we'll open it up for questions at the end. All right? Okay.
Thanks, Amy. So I'm excited to teach you tonight. I guess let me start by saying that probably for about the last 10 or 15 years, I've been working very intentionally on creating love in relationships, specifically in my home, and self-love. So encouraging myself to actually love myself. I used to be one of those people that would only fill the bathtub about this much, and then I'd lay down in it and I'd kind of do this, and then I'd roll over and I'd do this because somebody else might need the hot water. And now I'm like, if they didn't get to it first, they're out of luck. So I really work intentionally on that. It's hard. Amy and I talk about this sometimes. It's really hard. But the more you have intention in love and relationships, the better it is. So sometimes it's really difficult to be intentional with your spouse. Life gets busy. We're running around like chickens with our heads cut off. I don't know about any of you, but I'm almost 46 and my hormone levels literally do this. I'm like a 13-year-old girl. So I have hormone issues. There's, communication issues that come into play as well. Sometimes the sensual person does not want to come out, and it takes a lot to encourage that sensual person to come out. Sex drives aren't in sync anymore. I'm almost 46, so I'm like a 15-year-old boy, and he's like a 20-year-old pregnant woman. So sometimes, they're not in sync. Medication, people sometimes take medication that really affect libido. And the biggest culprit in intimacy is probably exhaustion, which I'm sure every single person can say, yeah, I fit into that category where, I get up and take my kids to early morning religion classes at 6:30. And, it's often, I see midnight because I want to be in bed after everybody else is in bed. So I'm exhausted, and I work, and I do doTERRA, and I have 3 teenagers. And so it's exhausting, and that plays a huge part in intimacy as well. So how do we support our bodies through these issues? How do we find physical and emotional health? First of all, physical health. I really, really, really need to encourage the lifelong vitality. You cannot be mentally and emotionally well if you're not physically well. So if you are not already using the lifelong vitality, I highly, highly recommend give it a try. If you haven't already, it has a 30-day money-back guarantee. There's no risk. There's zero risk at all. So I highly recommend the lifelong vitality. Your body needs to be healthy in order for you to be mentally and emotionally and sensually well. So that's the biggest thing. Physical health, mental and emotional issues, it may need counseling. I am a big believer in counseling. I don't know everything. There's somebody else that can help walk me through it. So if that's a need, seek some mental and emotional counseling. Deal with stress. Stress is a huge, huge factor. Fill the cup to the top. Soak in it. Enjoy that time. Decompress after a long day. Fatigue. Get adequate sleep. Maybe send everybody to bed at 10 instead of midnight. Depression is another big factor, and then that goes back to the mental health as well. And then remember that libido issues can be caused by a lot of things. Thyroid, hormone fluctuations, for men, testosterone issues. So use your oils to support all of those. And then use your oils in the bedroom to increase sensuality and desire and libido. Essential oils work on numerous levels. So today I'm going to talk about a whole bunch of different levels that they work on, but the biggest part that they work on is the senses. So when you're talking about sensuality or intimacy, every single sense is heightened. So the sense of sight is heightened. The sense of sound is heightened. Nice, quiet, soft, romantic music. The scent of touch is heightened. And the scent of smell is heightened, which is where essential oils come in. So I'm sure everybody already knows about the olfactory and the limbic part of the brain. This is the part of the brain that brings up things like memory, and it brings up things like, have you ever had something happen where you smelt something and it's taken you back to a moment where you have that sense of memory, the memory sense? That's what the sense of smell will do. So as you and your partner use oils, it will help to solidify those senses. Certain scents have been shown to have powerful effects on the olfactory lobe, which is part of the limbic system that houses sexual desire. The limbic system is located in the back of the brain. It associates memory, emotion, and learning. So simply smelling an essential oil can have a powerful impact on us physically and emotionally. Aroma arouses all of the senses. It creates more pleasant environment and increases desire. So when we use an essential oil to enhance intimacy with your partner, you create a smell trigger. And so you'll find smelling those senses at another place or time will bring you back to that point. Smell plays a huge part in the human attraction at a scientific level, and there's actually been lots of research that's been done about desire and intimacy with the sense of smell. So how can you use your essential oils? So you can use your essential oils as a perfume. This will heighten your partner's desire if he gets that sense of smell, if he gets that smell memory. Put them in different locations. It's been said, Coco Chanel once, when asked, where should somebody wear perfume, replied, anywhere that they want to be kissed. So put your scents on where you want your partner to focus. So while many oils have been studied for their sensual components, I've chosen 10 tonight. So I've spent a lot of time reading about these specific oils and why they do what they do in the bedroom. Okay, so the first one I'm going to tell you about is sandalwood. Okay, so I love sandalwood. I love the woody, earthy smell of it. So sandalwood is a very exotic, warm, woodsy aroma. It makes it the perfect use for men. Used historically in meditation, it can center the mind in a very powerful way. It is also a great tension reliever. It calms the body. Sandalwood creates feelings of openness and is a scent similar to the male pheromone. It is uniquely able to mingle with everyone's own natural body odors, which means sandalwood provides different aromas and pheromones for each person. It brings out the best in you and is something very personal. So if you use sandalwood, there's a lot of different recipes online for body lotions, massage oils, and diffuser blends, and sandalwood is often one of them, only because it does really differ from person to person. Everybody's aroma changes with the use of sandalwood. So neroli is one of the newer oils, was released in September, and it comes in a touch form, which is perfect for perfume. So it is actually considered to be nature's natural aphrodisiac. It's derived from the blossoms of the bitter orange tree. The neroli touch is diffused with fractionated coconut oil and is primarily meant to be used topically or aromatically. Historically, it is a power aphrodisiac, so it makes it a wonderful oil to encourage feelings of intimacy. Researchers have found that the inhalation of neroli oil helps relieve menopausal symptoms, increase sexual desire, and reduces blood pressure in women. So you can apply it to the pulse points on your wrist, on the neck, on the side of your forehead, and it'll help uplift the mood. And there's a very sweet citrusy scent to it. You can roll a small amount on your skin and add lavender or ylang ylang or marjoram, or use it for an aromatic massage. So rose, I think if you were to think of sensual oils, rose is probably one that would be at the top of your list. So rose is known for its sweet floral fragrance. The rose touch provides a myriad of benefits when it's used topically. The scent is not only sweet and floral, but it also provides emotional benefits and is emotionally uplifting. Throughout the day, when your mood needs a little lift, you can apply the rose touch over your heart and on your pulse points. Self-love is a huge part of loving others, like I mentioned before. So this is a really great oil to really boost that self-love. It's an excellent anti-anxiety or anxiety relieving oil. It's a calming oil and has been used for thousands of years as an aphrodisiac. So jasmine, I actually am not a huge fan of rose, but I love jasmine. So jasmine is a heady aroma. It provides deep lasting affections by bringing confidence and slight warmth. It is seductive for rekindling and sustaining strong relationships, taking away performance anxiety or feelings of inadequacy. So jasmine is fabulous in massage. Apply it to your wrists or your neck as a personal fragrance. It's the perfect scent for a really fun perfume. It's intensely floral, it's warm, musky, and exotic, but it's also very uplifting. Apply jasmine in the morning and it will help give you a positive outlook for the entire day. It leaves you confident and uplifted, and it is seriously delicious. I love jasmine. So the Whisper blend, the Whisper blend is the blend for women. So this is actually a blend of 12 different oils and absolutes. So it's meant to be worn as a very unique perfume. It's another one of those oils that it will differ depending on your body as well. It can stimulate the sense of smell and produce immediate changes in the body. So it contains bergamot, which is the first scent that you might smell. So it's a little bit citrusy, but it's also the first scent that fades. So citrus oils tend to flash off quite quickly. Bergamot is very calming, it eases tension, and it's mood uplifting. It has ylang ylang, which is a floral jasmine-like with almond-like hints. In Whisper, it calms the nervous system and eases tension and stimulates the senses. It has patchouli, which stimulates the senses and the whole body and the circulatory system. Cinnamon, which is a great stimulating oil. Cinnamon is a very warm oil, but it's stimulating. Vetiver, which is very calming to the body, and it helps to strengthen the immune system and soothe inflammation. Sandalwood, which provides the circulation and relaxes the nervous system, but then at the same time also increases energy levels and is a sexual stimulant. Rose, which is your aphrodisiac. Vanilla, which is warm and sweet, and it gives vanilla is often used in perfume because it gives those feminine notes. And vanilla is also known for libido. Jasmine, which is your aphrodisiac. It also has labdanum, which is a warm, sweet, exotic, and almost intoxicating smell. And cocoa seed, absolute, which gives it the rich, earthy scent. So it has 12 different scents in this blend. My sister-in-law uses it and says she feels like a 15-year-old boy when she wears it because it's just totally ramps her. She's gonna love me for that one. But she says it for her, it's exactly what she needs. There's a lot of people that use Whisper as their personal perfume and for its aphrodisiac qualities. Okay, black pepper. So everything that I could read online with black pepper said, think stamina. And so this is your stamina, your strength, and heat. This is a hot oil. So it is a very penetrating oil with warming effects. Because it's a hot oil, you're going to want to use dilution. Make sure that you use dilution with it. It's a spicy oil, and it's really, really good for circulation. It stimulates appetite, literally and sexually, but make sure you dilute if using it topically. It acts as an aphrodisiac, adds depth and spicy notes to recipes, and piques intimate interest. So a lot of the recipes I also found included black pepper. I never would have thought to include black pepper in the bedroom.
It's a really good one to diffuse too.
Yeah, that's a lot of them for diffusing.
Diffuse.
Yeah.
What do you like to put with it? Citruses and woods. What do I always diffuse? But it gives a depth, and it's just, it's great.
Yeah, and there's
it's not overwhelming. You would think it's overwhelming, but it's not. It's
no,
really beautiful.
So, okay, so this is patchouli, and you either love patchouli or you hate patchouli. There's no in between. Yeah, it really is. It really is. It's a love-hate relationship, okay? But the biggest gift from patchouli is focus. So patchouli adds sharp mind, being fully present in the moment. And when you're talking about intimacy, your partner wants you to be fully present in the moment. You don't want to be beige. I think I'll paint the ceiling beige. You be in the moment, and patchouli will help with that. It's great for overcoming fatigue. It really boosts the libido, which is why it's really great for men. So it's got a little bit more of a manly scent to it. So maybe that's why. I don't know. It's a love hate. It helps with relaxation and arousal by improving circulation, raising body temperature, and enhancing mood. So that's patchouli. Okay, clary sage. Okay, so clary sage helps to improve sexual desire and arouses the emotions. It regulates and balances hormones in women, which is a big thing. Women from childbearing till about 60, there's all sorts of hormone fluctuations, and clary sage can really help the body to regulate those hormone fluctuations. If you don't want to use the clary sage, you can use the clary calm, which is the rollerball blend. It's equally as good, and it contains a lot of the clary sage and a few other oils in it, but it's going to help with that regulation of hormone.
So I mean, no more hot flashes or release?
Diminish them.
Diminishes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be great.
So it can help with problems relating to impotence and frigidity. It contains natural phytoestrogens, which makes it perfect for supporting normal PMS and menopause. When libido is low due to hormone shifts, clary sage is a balancer that a lot of women find brings a lot of relief. So it's a fabulous addition just to keep those hormones on an even keel, or just to keep that mental state on an even keel. Ylang ylang is another floral. I'm not a huge floral oil fan.
I get you.
Yeah, I'm a citrus woodsy fan as well,
Yeah.
but I like jasmine and ylang ylang. I'm not sure what it is, but ylang ylang is just, I find it just to be this beautiful, sweet floral scent. Once again, widely used as a natural aphrodisiac in aromatherapy. Its gentle floral scent is appealing to almost everyone. Ylang ylang boosts mood, lowers blood pressure, allows you to relax and be in the moment for your romantic evening, assists in the increase of sexual desire, encourages attraction, supports the circulatory system. So a myriad of things that the ylang ylang can do. And so you'll notice that there's kind of a trend, a lot of floral scents for sensuality and intimacy and libido, right? All right, the last oil that I chose to focus on is passion. So this is one of the emotional aromatherapy oils, and I use it in the rollerball only for ease of topical application. So passion it's a spice and herb oil. It helps to inspire creativity and ignite a passion for life where there seems to be a little. It encourages us to be more playful and spontaneous. We can take risks to confidently face fear, break free of limitations. So passion can help us to put that passion back into our relationships. The oil creates a chemical profile with a high concentration of phenols and ethers, which contribute to the warming and renewing benefits. So if you feel like your routine has become dull or monotonous, you can use passion to make that change, to add that passion and that spice back into your relationship. Apply it to your pulse points. Put it over your heart. I put a lot of the emotion oils over my heart. Balance and motivate. I put them right over my heart because I just think that it gets where it needs to go faster. So apply and put it on your wrists so you can inhale it easier. The specific formula of spice and herb helps ignite feelings of passion, excitement, and joy. So use your passion as you need to in your relationship. So how can you use your oils? Now we've got 10 different oils. How can you use them? So aromatically, that's a pretty easy one. Set the mood in your bedroom. I'll go back to when I talked about the senses. Sight, it's a big thing. So when you come in and there's, I don't have candles anymore, so we actually use salt lamps because they're equally as romantic when the lights are down and there's just this light glow. So turn on a salt lamp, light a candle, set the mood, start your diffuser. There's a few recipes that I included on the handouts, and I'll make sure that they get out to Amy. But seriously, Pinterest. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of recipes out there for romance and intimacy, and you can Google almost anything and you'll get dozens and dozens of recipes. So set your mood, start your diffuser, put something in there that's going to heighten the senses, to bring those feelings of excitement and yearning back into the bedroom. Touch, feel, use all of those senses. Use a perfume. Remember what Coco Chanel said, wear perfume where you want to be kissed. So if you want to be kissed on the neck, put your perfume there. If you want to be kissed on the back of the knee, put your perfume there. Put your perfume where you want to be kissed. So use your oils as a perfume. Make your own blend. Find something that works with your body chemistry. Find something that works with you, that you like, that your partner likes. And use that, incorporate it into your everyday life. Topically, for touch therapy, you can use the Aroma Touch. You can use any of the oils. Start with touch. There's a couple of great massage blends that are on the handout as well. So use fractionated coconut oil. Sweet almond oil or jojoba are some of the best oils. Jojoba is actually an oil that's the closest to the oil that the skin naturally releases. So either of those, sweet almond or jojoba, are excellent oils for massage or even lubrication. Massage the legs, the abdomen, massage the bottom. You know, be part of get into the touch. Do the aroma touch massage. We're going to teach you in a little bit how to do the aroma touch hand massage. So use your aroma touch massage. Incorporate your oils in that. Add oils to a bath. There's nothing more romantic than a bath. So add oils to your bath. Put it in some Epsom salts and add some beautiful scents to your bath. Please do not use black pepper, cinnamon, peppermint, any of those oils. Those are not meant to be used in the tub. Use like the ylang ylang, passion, lavender. Use the oils that are gonna, with the aphrodisiac properties, not the spicy circulation properties. Internally, use your oils internally as well. Have you ever thought of creating your own healthy edible body lotion? A little bit of coconut oil and peppermint. You know, it's a little bit spicy, a little bit chilly, with the you know, the easy application of coconut oil. So come up with exciting new ways to incorporate your oils into your relationship. And it'll be exciting. So anyways, that's kind of the oils in a nutshell. I wanted to keep it to about a half an hour. And just remember, experiment, and create that space of love. Love yourself, and everything else will follow. So create that space of love, reignite that relationship, reignite the spark, and incorporate your oils, because it's fun.
Awesome. All right, Amy, thank you so much. That's so awesome. Okay, so don't go anywhere because you're going to be my hand model.
Okay.
All right, I have to. I just wanted to ask you guys online, did you guys have any questions for Marie before we wrap things up? Hi, Jasper. If you do, type them into the chat, and we'll try to address those. Oh, hi, Carol. Awesome. Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to teach you guys this hand technique. So have you guys heard of the aroma touch technique? Yeah, most of you have. For those of you who haven't, it's just an application of oils along the back and the feet, the ears, what it does is it goes through all the meridians of the body, and it's very balancing physically, emotionally. A lot of people who have chronic issues of discomfort like to use the aroma touch on a regular basis. My mom uses it about once a week. She gets one. She has MS, and she notices a big difference with her symptom management when she does that on a regular basis. So it's very, very nice and relaxing, but also there are wonderful, wonderful physical benefits. It helps to boost your immune system if you're fighting a flu, and maybe you're doing oils like you normally do, but you just need an extra oomph, you know, then the aroma touch would be very, very appropriate. I've done that on my kids when they've had the flu, and it just helps push everything through, and they're over it so much more quickly. So aroma touch is wonderful, and there's kind of a picture of it back there on that banner. We actually had an aroma touch training here last month with Kelly. So Kelly Fraser and I are both, I think we're the only two instructors in all of Alberta. So we do have them a couple times a year, and we usually have them right here in our basement, and they fill pretty quickly, but so just kind of keep an eye out on that. You don't have to be a massage therapist to do it. You don't have to be a professional. It's not hard to do, but there are specific steps and specific oils, so it is something that you learn how to do. But tonight I wanted to teach you how to do the aroma touch hand technique. It's really easy. It only takes about a couple minutes. This one, I actually feel I really love this because I think it's really accessible. You don't have to take your clothes off for a hand massage, but it's so comforting to have that sense of touch, right? And one of my favorite things growing up in my family, we had this tradition of going to the nursing home, and we would go. I'm a musician, and all my brothers we grew up playing instruments, right? So we'd go to the nursing home and visit my great grandmas, and we would perform for the elderly people. But I noticed, and this is something that a tradition I've continued on with my kids, but I've noticed that they're so hungry for the emotional of course, obviously connection with people, and to see little kids, that just makes them so happy. They just light up, but they're also hungry for touch. They don't get touch in there. Sometimes their friends and loved ones have died, or they don't have children, or if they do have children, maybe they live far away. And this is a really wonderful thing to do. I mean, even if you just shake their hand or just touch their shoulder, they just melt. They're just, I mean, I've seen them just sob because they're just so hungry for it. But this is like going the extra mile. This is such an easy thing to do that you could offer to people. I have friends who actually work in convalescent homes and retirement homes, and there's this thing called sundowners, where about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, a lot of people struggle. There's that time of day, for whatever reason, they start to get really hyper, and they start to yell and kind of act out a little bit. Sometimes it's with dementia, but it's called sundowners. And I have a friend who she's like, somebody told me to use lavender, and I thought they were crazy, but I used it. And this lady who had been screaming every single day at 3 p.m. stopped screaming. She's like, I ran down the hall when I told this nurse. She told this nurse to put the lavender on her hands and just massage and just see what happens. And she ran down the hall because she thought she'd died. She was that shocked that because it had been like clockwork that this lady flipped out at 3 o'clock. So lavender just on her hand, and then that touch, that massage on her hand just brought things down. And she's like, I'm a believer. I don't know why it does what it does, but it works. So anyway, the hand technique, I'll teach it to you. I think the best way to learn, if you'd like to break off into partners, you can practice on each other. I don't know if we have even number of people, but if you want to just like break off, we could try this. And what we can do is, what do we want? Oh, where are all the others?
They're right over here.
Okay, great. Okay.
Yes, there's all sorts in there.
Okay, let's just. So maybe we can. What do you think? Should we just kind of pass back? And I have oils too. Why don't we do this? Because this is my emotions kit. So why don't you guys? We'll just pass this around. You guys know who you're working on? Just grab an oil, tear, piece, whatever. Just pass them back.
What do you want? Because I've done this.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Okay, sure.
Cheer it up.
Oh, okay, yeah. I can share mine.
It'll be better tomorrow. I put a little touch.
What's that? I can. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. Do you guys want? So don't drop it on yet. But here's a couple more. Okay. Yeah. I don't want to forget you. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. I have a few. Okay, what do you want? 3? Oh, whatever oil do you want? Sandalwood?
Sure, sandalwood's great.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna get a little closer so that these guys on the interwebs can see. Okay, so the first thing I love sandalwood. Okay. So the first thing you guys are gonna do, okay, is you're going to take the hand, palm facing down, and you're just gonna pull. You're pulling the skin apart. You see this, and you're starting up by the wrist, and you're just squeezing the hand gently. See what I'm doing here? Squeezing the hand gently and just pulling apart.
No oil?
No oil yet. Okay. So we just start up at the top. I'll do it again. Start up at the top. No oil yet. So you're pulling the skin apart, and this is kind of what it looks like underneath. You're just gently squeezing, and you're pulling it apart. Pulling it apart. See that? Okay. Okay. Then you're gonna flip the hand over, and you're gonna do 1 to 2 drops of oil on the palm. You rarely need to dilute on the hand. I mean, with oregano, of course, but most of these oils are pretty great, just neat. Well, that's not what it's supposed to be. Yes.
I do that too.
Yeah,
And my
fingers. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So then the next thing, you guys, is What we're going to do is the hand has 3 different regions, okay? This is region 1, this is region 2, and this is region 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to do these little thumb pushes. And we're going back and forth, just going like kind of like Lombard Street, snaking down Lombard Street, doing these pushes all the way through the hand, okay? And it's about medium pressure, so it's not hard. And the purpose of this, you guys, well, first of all, it feels good. But then the second reason is we're trying to get these oils to absorb into the skin. And so we're having all this traction here, and it's just this increased traction is really helping those oils to absorb into the hand, into the palm. Okay, so you're just going right, left, right, left, right, left, going down the palm. Then once you're done with that, we're going to go through each of these are called zones. This is zone 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to go through the zones, and we're going to do kind of a follow the leader. So thumb pushes again, you're starting up from about where the wrist is. You're going all the way down, not thumb over thumb, so it doesn't cross over, but it's follow the leader, okay? And you go all the way down to the end of that thumb. Then you're going to go back up to the top and go down all the way down through the index finger.
No, she didn't.
Just the oil.
Just the oil, because it's your palm. Your palm's got
And then you go up here, and then you're going to go follow the leader all the way down through the middle finger.
Because it's your palm.
And then your ring finger. And it feels a lot better when you're like standing and you're not like holding the weight of your own hand. Yeah, and it's nice if you could rest that hand like on somebody's lap or whatever. Okay, and then you go all the way through the pinky, and then that part's done. And then the last part that you do is called the interphalangeal pull. Have you anybody a Bones fan? You guys like TV show Bones? Phalanges? Okay. Anyway, so you go in between the phalanges, and you're going to do this 3 times. So you go 1, 2, 3.
This is my favorite part.
It feels so
because
good.
It like squeezes those muscles.
Yes.
So,
This is my favorite part too. My hands get so tight playing piano and practicing and whatever. Okay, so 1, 2,
and release the negative energy.
Yeah, pull away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, don't stop right there. Pull it all the way through. It's kind of like follow through, like if you're shooting basketball hoops or whatever.
Golfing.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever, yeah. Okay, and then the last one, the pinky and the ring finger.
Okay.
2,
Start
3.
massaging this.
And that's it. All right.
Do the little.
Yeah, that's really
So
good.
I highly recommend incorporating massage into your bedroom routine. Incorporating that touch into, so you do the hand massage on your spouse. I guarantee he'll be putty in your hands.
It's so nice to just start things off that way though, just to relax. Because I think we just get so wound up, especially women, right? And I think we just need that time to relax. Totally. Yes, kids love it.
Okay, so let me just see really quickly what kind of questions you have. Jasper, family member, mom, postmenopause, low libido, and hypothyroidism. What points, step for her? Oh, sorry. Steps for her to take to help. Yeah, lifelong vitality, very calm. Any other personal experiences? I don't have a personal experience with it, but I know for hypothyroidism, I would look up there's some really great recipes, Jasper. So I would look up those specific recipes and then have her put them just right here at where her thyroid is. Just make a roll on that's diluted. Really good recipes in the Modern Essentials book and in the Essential Life, my Essential Life book. Some really good recipes there. Also for postmenopause, low libido, what would be your number 1 recommendation for low libido?
And then clary sage if there's hormonal issues and
clary sage. The Clary Calm has clary sage in it, so I think that's a really great option. Also, the Women's Health line of supplements I think is really important, especially postmenopause. So taking that phytoestrogen bone nutrient. I mean, 1 in 3 women struggle with osteoporosis, so having that bone nutrient every day is absolutely important. Like I don't want to miss because we have osteoporosis on my mom's side of the family, dad. So that's really, really important to get that magnesium and calcium. I mean, there is magnesium and calcium in your lifelong vitality, but you need more. especially, to combat that. So I think that would be a really big help. I love clary sage. I just love it, even by itself. I actually have it diffusing upstairs just by itself. And I think it's really great.
Is that Jasper?
Jasper, yeah.
Tell her I can send her my notes that have more. Yeah.
Okay, Jasper, Marie can send you notes that has more specific information about low libido. So, yeah, any other questions, you guys? Oh, Carol, hi, how's Mexico? So good to see your face. That's awesome. Cool. Okay, well, thanks for joining us, you guys. Have a good night. We're gonna wrap things up, but thanks again for joining us. All right, and we'll have this, I'll have the recording up on my YouTube channel. It'll probably be password protected, but it'll be up there so you can share it, okay? All right, bye, you guys.